Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. Congress-led government in Himachal Pradesh is facing a major political turmoil after the lone seat of Rajya Sabha in the state was won by the opposition BJP, defeating Congress stalwart Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Now, Congress is almost facing an existential crisis after there were reports that 6 MLAs switched sides and they are learned to be in touch with BJP. And adding to Congress's woes, former Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh's son, Vikramaditya, has also resigned from the Sukhwinder Singh cabinet. Now, as of now, what the latest developments are that perhaps there's going to be a meeting late in the evening where the observers like DK Shivkumar, Bhupesh Singh Baghel, and Bhupinder Singh Hooda, they have been sent to Shimla to interact with the MLAs. They will return back and give a report to Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the Congress party president. But the million-dollar question is, can the Congress really save its citadel, which is supposed to be the last citadel of Congress in North India? Joining me now is Sharad Gupta, who's a senior journalist and editor. So thank you so much for joining. We have Aditi Fadnis, who's the political editor of Business Standard. Thank you so much, Aditi, for joining. We have Sushil Kumar, who's a very senior journalist and editor, joining us from Shimla. And we'll go to Sushil first. Sushil, there are conflicting reports about the fact whether Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, who's a CM, has he resigned? Has he not resigned? Because there were source-based stories, trickling in since morning that apparently he has resigned. He has submitted his resignation to the observers, but not to the governor. That's what the official stand is. But what is really happening within the Congress corridors in Himachal Pradesh?
Congress observers, they met a few of the sitting MLAs, and they were in fact the dissident MLAs. I say them the dissident MLAs. They had been conveying their displeasure to the High Command so many times, and they were warning about in public also. They were issuing statements against the working of the Sukhu government, how they are being ignored and all that. And this was very clear when he distributed the disaster relief also in various areas. And this all started after the disaster relief was being distributed in various areas. Besides that, Sukhu public meetings, he distributed these the relief checks, and also however the opposition BJP was saying that the present government was misusing the funds which they have more than 450 crore rupees were earmarked by as a disaster fund by the chief minister, by the state resources. He promised, and he went to the center also for seeking additional relief funds so that the rehabilitation work is started smoothly. However, there were reports that this is being misused, that the people, those who are not affected, they were also distributed some relief funds. He says that the disaster, it was the contention of the chief minister that for the disaster, the administrative machinery was responsible for that, and they are selecting the relief families.
What I can gather from what you are saying, Sushil, is that because of this flood and this adversity which happened in Himachal Pradesh, the MLAs apparently were not happy with the functioning of Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Apparently, he did not hear the complaints.
The grievances.
And he went ahead, the grievances. So, is that solely the reason? Is that the major reason why Vikramaditya also have resigned?
Oh, no. Actually, the working in the government was very, I can say, sluggish.
Okay.
even the chief minister's office was not functioning, and the chief minister was also perplexed how his own secretariat was working. So he wanted to shift some of the officers, but I don't know why there was a delay, and people were not getting the appointments to meet the chief minister. And chief minister, the ministers, they those who are giving the works, because all transfers in Himachal, the transfer is a big game,
Right.
political game in Himachal.
Right.
So
So in general, there is a feeling that the MLAs were not happy with the functioning of the Sukhwinder
of the
Singh government. But
government,
I'll come
secondly,
back. Yes, you wanted to make a point. I'll go to Aditi then after this. Yes. Yes, go ahead, Sushilji. You were saying something.
acha. I was saying that it was the distribution of development funds also. He was inaugurating online also. He was going to various constituencies. He was announcing many development. In some constituencies, he was giving the funds like 120 crores. And in other constituencies, like Vikramaditya's constituency, recently he gave only 25 crore rupees for the development, and he
Oh,
inaugurated the few of the
right.
development works which were started earlier during Veerbhadra's time.
All right,
Uh,
all right, all right. So, a slice of what's happening is quite visible from what you are saying. Aditi, if I may come to you now, uh, is it just the frustration of the MLAs? They were not too happy with the Sukhwinder Singh government. There is also adding to this entire woe is another story of Vikramaditya Singh, who has resigned from the cabinet. But all this is connected to the Rajya Sabha election. Now, of course, it's very clear that there has been an effort from the BJP side, to conduct an Operation Lotus. But how would you link this entire picture? Rajya Sabha election followed by what is happening in the state government, and now then you have the Lok Sabha elections as well. What does it indicate really politically?
Well, let me be blunt, Nilu, and say quite clearly that what is happening today is a fallout completely of the incompetence of the Sukhwinder Sukhu government. We had great expectations from him. He was a man who was connected to the ground. There were, a lot of feelings of that he would know where the shoe pinches because he's come up the hard way from below. Uh, the Central Congress High Command has also played its role because initially it was very clear that the central observers who had been sent from here were not really in favor of Sukhu. They wanted Pratibha Singh to be appointed chief minister. And But Pratibha Singh made her peace with that. Her son made his peace with that. Uh, but then after that, I think Sukhu went on ignoring them because their rivalry runs very deep and runs over many years.
yes, yes,
Uh, Although Sukhu was a bacha of Veerbhadra Singh initially, but I think bachas tend to cross over their mentors, and the mentors don't like it. Uh, so neither is an easy man to get on with. But the kind of ideas that he had outlined before the elections, uh, when he was still, merely a hopeful, many of those ideas were really good. And if they had been implemented properly, they could have changed the political and the economic fortunes of Himachal Pradesh. I'm really sorry that Sukhu perhaps did not get the kind of support uh, in terms of ideas from the Central Congress Party. And finally, it's all, he's going out now. I don't think, frankly, that
Hmm.
even if the government survives, it has survived the budget, but I don't think it will be able to survive a vote of confidence.
Right.
And frankly, if not this weekend, then maybe the next weekend the government will be out.
Right. So it's just a matter of days. But you made an important point, and I'll carry forward that point with Sharadji. Aditi was saying that apparently Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu did not get enough support from the central leadership of Congress. What do you think is the reason why Mallikarjun Kharge, or for that matter Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi, might not have helped Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu? What is the reason actually?
I can't fathom the reason, but it says volumes about the way Congress party is functioning both at the center as well as in the states. So, party has to support its chief minister. Either you don't make him the chief minister, and if it is made chief minister, then he needs to be supported. So that is one reason that party lost in the Rajya Sabha elections. But at the same time, there is also mechanization of the BJP. It's not only the Congress. The BJP has also been luring the Congress MLAs, rather Samajwadi Party MLAs in UP and Congress MLAs in Himachal. So it's both ways. Similarly, what reminds me of Maharashtra elections, what Aditi was saying, reminds me of Maharashtra elections. Initially, there was cross voting in Rajya Sabha elections in Maharashtra also, and later on that escalated, and Shiv Sena had to split, and Uddhav Thackeray's government had to fall. So what she is pointing out that maybe if things are not addressed soon in the Congress, the party may lose its government in Himachal Pradesh also. Although there is a difference of say more than 10 MLAs, but they just need 5 MLAs to cross over, or maybe 10 MLAs to resign. So anything is possible. So it's only in the realms of near future, but Aditi is saying that might really come true.
Sushilji, if Congress now has to think about saving its government in Himachal, what all can it do? Now, I have been listening to Sukhwinder Singh since morning. He has been saying that, we are fighters, we will try and save, our government will run for 5 years. I saw it on various TV channels. He's been talking like that. When the news trickled in that, he has resigned, he actually came out of his room and he gave a soundbite to all the press reporters saying that I have not resigned. These are all rumors which are being spread by BJP. Now, what is the option before Congress if it has to save its citadel in Himachal Pradesh? Will it ask Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu to step down? Will it go in for another CM? And also, if there is another chief minister of Congress in Himachal Pradesh, what is the guarantee that he can continue safely with all the MLAs and he will not try and break the party again?
Yes, the dissidence is not a new thing in Himachal with the ruling parties. It started during the Shanta Kumar's time, when there was a coup in the party, and 10 MLAs at that time they revolted against and he had to resign. And the elections were held. Later, during BJP's time, Dhumal's government, there was also a coup. 9 MLAs, they revolted against him. However, that was managed because of the central leadership was very strong in favor of. However, the role of the governor at that time, that was very interesting. And floor on the floor, he managed with a team of reconcilers, you can say. He made a team of 3 MLAs, Karamdev Dharmani and this Jairam Thakur. At that time he was MLA, and Shimla's MLA, Mr. Suresh Bhardwaj. That was the core team which negotiated with them, because the revolting, the people, those who were revolting, they were from, half of them were from the RSS cadre, and they never wanted to talk to Mr. Dhumal. They talked to them, and the reconciliation was possible. However, this time, despite the fact that Mr. J.P. Nadda is from Himachal, he is playing his own politics in the state, and he wants uh, something to go. Why he himself didn't come like this? And these people should have known this thing when Harsh Mahajan filed the nominations. Harsh Mahajan is an old uh, congressman and Congress leader. He was a minister. He was when Sukhu was NSUI president. Harsh Mahajan was Youth Congress president, and he knows the maneuvering things, how he would or how he uh, became very close to Mr. Veerbhadra Singh and got the ministerial berth.
Right. So what you're saying, and what Aditi already pointed out, that it looks like a sheer mismanagement by Congress.
Oh,
So
yes,
you were
it's
saying, yeah. So you were saying that the moment Harsh Mahajan filed his nomination, that should have raised an alarm.
yes,
Congress.
that was the time when the central leadership could have intervened, and when they at the time when Manu Singhvi was a candidate, he is a stalwart in and he is a think tank for the Congress. So they should have managed the things themselves. But Sukhu was doing all, going to Lahore Spiti, going to anywhere, announcing various programs. This was not done. Nobody, and that too, in the party, in the organization side, there was no maneuvering in the things. Who is not happy, who is happy, and last to last week, there was Mandi district Congress president, he resigned because non-entity leaders, the friends of the so-called friends of Mr. Chief Minister, they were posing themselves to be over the organization, office bearers. So he resigned because of that, and he apprised the central leadership and also the state president. And these bickerings they started, and a few weeks last week, Rajendra Rana openly said he's not going to side with the Congress. He may join BJP. He made this statement in public also. He says the options are open for him. And similarly, he refused this Sudhir Sharma. He refused. And this Ravi Thakur was the where Lahore Spiti CM went, and how he was treated, he was not happy with that. So Ravi Thakur was also unhappy, and there are other things like the ministers.
Sushil, if I may interrupt you, I just want to confirm one thing, that there are reports that 6 Congress MLAs will switch sides, or perhaps they are learned to be in touch with BJP. Now, can any of these MLAs return back? Because I was reading a report somewhere on some website which said that apparently one of the MLAs have asked for forgiveness from Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Now, what is really happening on that front? Will Congress forgive these MLAs, or doesn't have an option but to take them back if they return?
Oh, yes.
6 MLAs have made up their mind that they are crossing over to BJP.
No, this happens in politics. I told that during Shanta Kumar's time, the people, those who revolted, they were taken back in BJP later in the next elections also. So similarly, when Mr. Dhumal gave them the ministerial berth also, and gave them importance in various portfolios were given to Mr. Dhavala and all that who revolted, and even one of the ministers during Dhumal's time, he surrendered his Gadi, Bangla, and all that. So yeah, these bickerings they continue in the politics, and forgiveness and forgetfulness is the rule of the game in politics. Or
All right.
there are no permanent friends and foes
Right.
in the politics.
All right. So, Aditi, now if you look at the entire picture, the way the things have happened, Rajya Sabha elections, then the political turmoil, or rather an existential crisis within the Himachal Pradesh government. Now it has been triggered or self-engineered by the Congress. We do not know. Of course, it looks like a complete mismanagement on the part of the central leadership as well as the state leadership. But does it look like that this was a mega plan of the BJP? Of course, Congress is in a weak position. They are to be blamed completely. But does it look like a mega plan of BJP to consolidate the Rajya Sabha seat, then prepare for the Himachal Pradesh, forming a government there? And then, of course, the Lok Sabha elections where there are 4 Lok Sabha seats and they are all with BJP. You'll have to unmute yourself. Aditi, you'll have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
BJP is a political party, so it's not going to sit there twiddling its thumbs when it can see that the citadel is ready to capture.
Right.
So it did what it had to do. It moved faster and in a more agile way, in a more coherent way, while the Congress was still bumbling and, like a cat in a dark room. So this is quite shameful. The whole thing is, I mean, poor Abhishek Manu Singhi could not have, and I mean, he's not exactly a very impoverished person. So if necessary, he could have offered inducements when it was required. Uh, the
He's the
fact
richest.
is, the fact is that the this is quite shameful and humiliating for the Congress. If allegations are made by the BJP and they are backed up by ordinary people that there has been confusion and there's been corruption in the way relief uh, funds have been given. My own feeling is that I don't think Vikramaditya Singh is going to come back to the Congress, and I don't think he is going to forgive or forget. I have a feeling that his mother is going to be offered a Lok Sabha seat. She's going to be
He's
told that she should resign. She should resign and contest from the BJP. The 4, 5, or 6 MLAs, some might want to come back, might panic. No, in this game, you have to have nerves of steel. So if you panic, then it's lost. Uh, I'm pretty sure this MLAs will stay away, and I'm not giving this government, too much time in terms of continuance.
All right. So, Sharachi, the concluding remark from you. So, what does this entire game look like, including the Rajya Sabha elections and plus what is happening in Himachal? What is happening in Himachal is not new because we've seen this kind of an operation in other states as well, whether it's Madhya Pradesh or Karnataka earlier as well. But given the fact that the kind of continuity which we are seeing, a Rajya Sabha election, then day after you see a political turmoil within the state government, and then in the run up to the Lok Sabha elections. So, what does it look like, and what does it really project about India's democracy, or which we say, or Prime Minister Narendra Modi says it's a mother of democracy, or what does the politics in the country look like at the moment?
I don't think there is anything wrong with the politics. It's the whatever wrong is with the main opposition party, the Congress. It has to put its house in order. If it lets its MLAs fritter away like this, so it is going to suffer the same consequences in every state. So it has to put its house in order. It has to address the issues which are being raised by the MLAs. It can't blame the BJP and get away with that all the time. First, you have to put your house in order, na? So
Right.
that is the issue, and with the Lok Sabha elections just around the corner, it's a time for the Congress to take stock of the situation, not in Himachal Pradesh, but in other states as well, and it has to act fast. Otherwise, things are slipping, and I don't think Congress is going to repeat its last time's performance also in the Lok Sabha elections if things are continued to slip like this.
No, in fact, I would go a step further and say that uh, what I think could happen is that Congress could slip into single digit.
That's a scary
Could
scenario.
be, could be.
That's not possible.
Hey,
Seeing
why,
the
Sushil
scenario
ji?
of the seeing the performance of this government, which is zero at this moment, uh, because the way the bureaucracy is working, and only listening to the chief minister, not any minister, and ministers are also not happy. And you have seen Vikramaditya resigning, and there are two more ministers who can follow the suit. I have just come to know from them, and I talked to them also. And the notes, the works which the ministers give to, or the MLAs give to the chief minister's office, they are not being looked after by the bureaucracy until and unless the CM tells. And the working of the CM is like this: that the files come, he writes, discuss the matter. I have seen many files, and he keeps the file in the CM's office. What is this?
Right.
The
True.
same file should have gone to the concerned person, concerned official, or concerned minister to discuss the things. But they are hundreds of files. Such files are lying in the CM's office or the CM's
Oh,
official
it's
dump.
really unfortunate. What you're saying is really unfortunate. The way Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has handled the
No, he,
affairs.
he became over ambitious, and last week you could have heard, you could have heard the statement by somebody from his core group that Sukhu's wife is joining the politics, and she may contest from Hamirpur the Lok Sabha election. What is this?
Right. All right. I mean, but the way the things are happening is very unfortunate. And
Oh, yes.
there is an often used phrase which we say that Congress needs to pull up its socks. But I'm
Oh,
wondering
yes.
whether it
Yes.
really has the time now to even pull up its socks, because it's too late. And with the way the things are happening, it's we do really do not know. But yes, Congress has to be blamed and needs to be blamed for what has happened. And Himachal, they had a strong majority over there. And if they couldn't manage that, then nothing can be more unfortunate than this. Thank you so much for joining on this program, Aditi, Sharaji, Sushilji. It was wonderful having you on the program. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion:
Thank you.
subscribe
Thank
to
you.
our channel and send us your feedback. And stay tuned to the Federal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.